Okay, recording. This is my first time to live solve a crossword. Let's see how it goes. This is a guy, as you can see, named Bender. Maybe Dr. Ben, maybe a Futurama reference, but I like that his puzzles are themed. It gives us some idea of some of the words when you're completely clueless. No pun intended. So let's have a look at three across. I just kind of go through in order. For me, it's a bit like a jigsaw puzzle. Once you find a particular section that you can start to work from, then you just keep going with that. If not, you just find something else to work on. So reverse can mean that we're turning around the word. And then I guess it's going to be a word that is a word for peak that's been reversed. And that word itself means the opposite of a peak. So a dip or something like that. But obviously a PID is nothing. So I'm not really seeing what's going on there. This one we've got regular. So that's going to be quite often every regular letter. So every even letter or every odd letter, second letter, third letter, something like that. And I'm seeing if I take the odd letters, I've got MUTUAL, which is mutual, so mount durably, and then you get the regular letters from that to make mutual, and shared is mutual, so that's going to be 8 across. That gives us something to work with. We'll look at 2 down. Wow, yep, quite a long clue here, and it's 3 different words. Probably related to the theme somehow, something about crutches. I have no idea. And we've also got a reference to 10 and 18, so we haven't solved those yet. So 2 is not looking so promising right now. 3 down. Okay, great. So we've got lads, carp, and then about. About is often means mix up the letters. So if you mix up the letters of lads and carp, then you've got I'm seeing placards, and then burden during march. So a burden, something you're carrying during a march, could be placards. Obviously the L was quite helpful for me there. I guess it could be pot. I don't really like that. I mean, peak could be the top, and then if you reverse that, you get pot, but I don't think a pot is the opposite of a top necessarily, so not going to put that in for now. I'm hoping that's not the answer. This one refers to 11 and 5, which we don't have. 10 across. Of a nation more brave but less good, with proclamation of individual power. Okay. Less good could mean taking out a G out of something, and we've got brave here, which could be courage, but courage sounds unlikely. Proclamation of individual power. I guess that's going to be the definition. Oh, I should say, sorry, I gave you no framework at all. What we do know with these clues is that there'll be mostly, almost all of the time, there'll be a cryptic definition and a normal definition, but they'll be mixed together. So for example, with this regular mount durably shared, 8 across that I did, you'll see that shared was the normal definition. So mutual, shared. But then we add this cryptic definition, which is regular mount durably, which means take the regular letters of mount durably, as I said, to give you mutual. So that's generally how clues work. The tricky part, of course, is separating the cryptic and the normal, and then solving the cryptic to match the normal. Sometimes there's just a cryptic definition, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Not really seeing this one. Could be a country. Of a nation, I suppose, could be, yeah, some word related to, you know, federal or something like that related to a nation, but yeah, not really seeing it. So we'll try 12 across. Oh yeah, that's right. That's involving 11 and 5. Try 15 across. This is looking better. Fall back on desperate pleaser. Okay, so we've got desperate, which is going to most likely mean we're mixing up the letters of the word pleaser to mean fall back on. Not quite seeing that one, so I'm just gonna get some help. And we just type. And I could be misinterpreting the clue, but this seems to make sense. And there's 7 letters in pleaser and Oh, relapse. There we go. So fall back, relapse. Fall back on seems a little bit, yeah, less like the meaning of relapse, but yeah, I don't know if I like that one. But anyway, rent, wishing well for the dead. Okay, wishing well for the dead. Oh, yeah, okay. So rent means rip, and then wishing well for the dead, RIP, rest in peace. Indulged in high tea prank. Okay, looks like it's going to be mixing up the letters of tea prank. So high here, I'm guessing, is under the influence. To mean mixing up the letters of tea prank to make something that means indulged. With a K, it's going to be an interesting word. I could be misunderstanding this one actually, but let's give it a go. Tea prank. Partake, interesting. This guy likes anagrams, so we'll see probably quite a lot of those. I don't mind anagrams, but I think he uses them a little bit too much. Partaken, I was on the right track. Indulged in, partaken. I think that's more like partaken, indulged in. Indulged in is partook, right? Partaken. They have partaken in it. They have indulged in it. Yeah, okay, fine. 16 down. Pretend visit arranged for seeker of change. Pretend seeker of change. Visit arranged could be mixing up letters of visit, but that's going to be a strange word. I don't think that's what's going on. Pretend, yeah, okay. Pretend could be the definition, so it could be a word for pretend. Fake. Yeah, not really seeing that one. Seeker of change. Yeah, there's no anagrams here as far as I can see. Seeker of change is a radical or something. Yeah, not sure. We'll go 22 down. And as much as we like looking at my face, the clue is priority at the moment. Full of passion, not one trained badly. Full of passion is probably the definition. And then we've got not one trained badly. Not one can mean taking one out. One could be A or O, or even the whole word one. Not O, sorry. A or I. I, kind of looks like one, or Roman numerals. Didn't think this would be this hard. Full of passion, not one trained badly. Oh, is it a hidden? No. Badly seems to mean it's going to be mixing up the letters, but trained badly. Oh, so no. Yeah, not sure. That one's interesting. Then we've got, this is going to get old fast. 25 who planned 23 of 11. 22 in pursuit. Obviously, that's supposed to be of deceased. He slayed a towering figure. I mean, David obviously fits the definition there. He slayed a towering figure. David slew Goliath. Deceased, I guess, could be D. I've only seen D for dead, but maybe deceased can also be dead, as in, you know, B 19, whatever it was, D, however many years later. 22 in pursuit of deceased. I'm gonna put it in because if that is wordplay, if he slayed a towering figure is wordplay, hats off. That's an incredible wordplay. It's most likely a definition. Okay, this is looking like active or something. Pretend, activate, seeker of change. Oh, activist. Oh, it is mixing up visit. So it's got pretend is, oh yeah, pretend is act. And then evist is arranged visit. So it's pretend, act, visit, arranged, mixing up the letters of visit to make ivist for a seeker of change, which is an activist. Don't mind that one, except for pretend visit sounds a bit strange, but it had some potential. I was thinking this might be ardent. Full of passion seems like ardent. Not, well, oh, right, of course. Okay, so trained badly, I was right. Badly means mixing up trained. So you mix up trained and you're going to get something like ardient, and then you take out one, not one. So you take out the I and you're left with ardent. So sometimes you'll mix things up and take things out of the same thing. As long as the letters are there, you're allowed to do that. We've got 28. Here we go, crutches at hand. Awkward pair that 11 struggles to separate. 11 is still unsolved, so let's move on. 23 down, it's looking like kidnap or something, fit quite well. And that's off the screen. With no end of crime, or panicked about crime. Okay, yep. Okay, so not bad, I don't mind this one. So panicked, I feel like he's overcomplicated this. So I can see, oh, right. So with no end of crime or panic. So the end can mean the last letter of, end of crime is E, end of panic is C. Take out E and C out of panicked, because we've got about here, meaning mix up panicked, and you're going to get kidnap, which is obviously a crime. Come to think of it, technically kidnapping, but it's all right, it's close enough. I see men off as they would do me harm. Yep, so enemies. So we've got I see men. Off means mix up the letters. So I see men, mix up the letters to mean enemies. As they would do me harm, kind of flowing with it, but yeah, the general idea is someone who would do you harm, who are enemies. Surely we can get this. Awkward pair that 11 struggled. Oh, right, it's a whole bunch of words. Okay. Could probably get it, but let's just come back to it. Choose your battles, you know. 30 across. Taking love boat is a cry for help. Okay, so a cry for help is going to be SOS. Oh, yep. So taking love boat, a boat is SS, like the SS, blah, blah, blah. And then love is O or 0, as in tennis. The score is love 40. And a cry for help, yeah, as I said, is SOS. And doesn't really help us to have an S at the end, but we'll try it. They don't believe in attending robberies. Okay, so it's not mixing the letters because robberies has too many letters to mix up. Attending could mean, it'd be unlikely, but it could mean mixing up the letters, I guess. I'm thinking, yeah, they don't believe skeptics or something like that, but attending robberies. So a word for robberies, I'm not criminal enough for this one. Yeah, there'd be some slang word, I'm sure. They don't believe in attending, or it could be they don't believe in attending waggers or something. Robberies. Yeah, not sure. 27 across. becomes teary, running into mess. Okay, running, again, like water runs, gets mixed up. Mixing up the letters of into mess to mean becomes teary. That shouldn't be that hard. Might have to check it though. M-A... I'm thinking it's going to be I-O-N, but yeah, as you've noticed, it's a bit of a pride thing for me to try and find the word rather than letting this one find it for me. But you have to know when it's time to receive help. And let's see what we got. So into mess, moistens. There we go. M-O-I-S-T-N-S. Okay, becomes teary. Yeah, moistens. Don't mind that one, running into mess. I mean, kind of obvious, but it's not bad. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. Interesting. They bring one out. They bring one out. Word for they. Not many words for they. And one can only be A or I or something. Yeah, not sure about that one. End of terms, probably M, so the last letter of M. They can break. Rhythm? No. Okay. Running out of crossing letters, but I think we can probably figure out some of these. They don't look too difficult. Method had changed whereby Maharaja rode an elephant. That's quite interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty unsure about that one. Rode an elephant. Method had changed. I mean, had changed. You could be mixing up the letters of method, but what are you going to get there? And then how is that going to be a definition whereby a Maharaja rode an elephant? Maybe there's a story about a Maharaja riding an elephant. I'm not sure, but it's not coming to me. Did I skip 19? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Diverted inner gay desire. Okay. Getting some confessions coming through here. Yeah, so diverted is going to mean mixing up the letters of inner gay to mean a desire, which is going to be desire. Ray, Agri, Anug. Oh, man. Almost like angering, but just not quite. We need a Y in there. Let's have a look. It's not something I search every day. What do we got? Come on. Yearning. Should have known. What other words have a Y in that formation? Cool. 29 across. Oh my goodness. One thing I'm not a big fan of, though quite hypocritical with, is long clues. And this one is just ridiculously long. We do have leader here, so it probably means there's going to be a few first letters. We've also got a lot of skipping here. So we're skipping school, probably getting rid of an S, skipping university, getting rid of a U, and used emergency. Emergency could be mixing up the letters of used, or maybe emergency means E, like emergency room, ER, I suppose. I haven't seen it before, but it's possible. Or we've got emergency finally, so it could be a Y here. Oh man. To become entrenched leader. Entrenched leader. That's almost certainly the definition, because become doesn't really work in wordplay. No, so it's going to be an entrenched leader or a way to be. It's going to be an entrenched leader. But who or what, I don't know. Never mind, we've got 24A. Oh, yay, the elephant question. Okay, well, it's not method. It's not mixing up the letters of method. Or had changed, whereby, so the way that a Maharaja rode an elephant, am I expected to know that? Is it a 3-letter word somehow? Oh, and then the whole thing could be an elephant, I suppose. What kinds of elephants are there? I feel like I'm going to be researching that one. I might be learning something from this crossword. Yes, we've got this massive one. What's it relating to? 10 and 18. Do we have either of those? Don't think so. Oh yeah, there's 18 and 10. Yeah, also empty. Cool. Let's keep rolling. So neither half of deed easy. So we're going to take half of deed and easy. Well, both easier when odd bits skipped. Okay, so also skipping odd bits. I mean, yeah, there's a lot going on there. It's a founder of something. So founder of 10, 18. Crazy lady. I was going to say mixing up lady, but we've got an R in there. So, oh, that's because I've done it wrong. Well, actually, good that I spotted that, but that still doesn't explain how lady is getting mixed up. Oh, held by fellow. Okay, yeah. Could be autumn or something. August. I don't know. 3. Oh yeah, this one. Oh, pit. So peak is the tip, and if you reverse that, you get a pit. Very similar to a dip, as I suggested. 4 down. Song about old horse and old wine tax. Song, old wine tax. Not really seeing any. I guess about could be mixing up. Horse could be a nag or a GG. Old can be O. Wine, obviously there's a bunch of wines that you could put in there. Tax could be mixing up the letters, but I don't think so. To mean a song of some kind, or a tax of some kind, or even a wine tax. Maybe there's such a thing. But yeah, or it could even be a song about. There's a lot of possibilities there. So yeah, Pitt has not been as helpful as I had hoped. Okay. Of a nation more brave, but less good, with proclamation of individual power. Of a nation. Polite, no. National, but less good. I think it's G. Okay. Here's a nicer one, potentially. Drown troubles in beer mugs. Okay. Yep. So we've got beer mugs. We've got troubles in beer mugs. So that means we're mixing up the letters of beer mugs to mean drown, which is going to be submerge. Of a nation more. Okay. Is it America or something? American? Of a nation, American. Okay, kind of works. More of a nation more brave, like the national anthem. Is that the definition? But less good, with proclamation of individual power. I can be a proclamation of individual power. Less good. More brave, gamer? Gamer, but less good. Okay, so more brave is gamer, less good, take out the G, and you get aimer. Good can mean G. Okay, founder of 1018. Might be Aubrey someone. Interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it would be Aubrey, but probably going to be looking that up later on, finding out what this whole thing is about. What 11, which we don't have, wants to get out of 5. A little bit of sunshine within for each. A little bit of sunshine could be a ray for each. Or the definite, yeah, more likely what 11 wants to get out of 5 is going to be the definition. So probably not going to get that. Could be a Y though for Aubrey. 11, what do we get? Do we have 5 even? No. Looks like prayer maybe, but I don't know how exactly it works. A little bit, within, for each could be per, and a little bit of sunshine could be ray, and apparently what 11 wanted to get out of 5 was prayer, so I have no idea what 11 and 5 is going to be asking us about, but something possibly religious. And here we've got a song about an old horse. We have got a room for a nag, but it seems like a pretty strange word. Still not absolutely sure about that one. About can mean going around, so it could be a word. Could even be tune around something. And old wine. Yeah, not sure about that. And we've got, that one, this Aubrey lady, who I'm probably going to have to look up. But I'll see how many I can get before then. Crutches at hand, awkward pair that struggled. Yeah, okay. Not really seeing anything there. Okay, this is a clue on its own. Raggedy doll playing part of mannequin. Oh, Raggedy Ann? That's some kind of doll, right? And then part of can mean inside the word. So you've got the letters of Ann inside mannequin, part of mannequin. I'd say it's probably the one. It's going to be Aubrey, one of Aubrey's names. Bronwyn, maybe? Both easier when odd bits skipped. Got an A here at the end, which is interesting. Mongol got hallowed tract of high ground where capital punishment occurred. Rightio. Oh, yeah. Okay. So tract here means, again, part of something. And I'm seeing Golgotha inside of Mongol got hallowed because that sounded like a very strange collection of words. Where capital punishment occurred. Yeah, I guess the crucifixion was capital punishment and it was on high ground. So we will say Golgotha. This guy also loves, we call them telescopics. It's a very scientific word, but just where that's contained inside the actual word. Anagrams and telescopics are this guy's obsession. One state, maybe. Oh, how's it work? Oh, so this is the first word. So it's something and state. Oh, crutches at hand, awkward. Okay. I should have seen this before. So we've got a phrase here, crutches at hand, and then awkward often means to mix up the letters. And we've got at hand is 6 and crutches is 8, 14. And that's going to be 3, 5, and 6. Yep, 8, 6, 14. So we'll try that, see what it can pull up for us. So crutches at And I'm just going to make it so that we can get the words we want. So we only want 3 words. We want minimum is going to be 3. Maximum is going to be 6. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. Oh, no, yeah. All right, moment of truth. I've let go of my inner gay side. We don't need to look at that anymore. Thank you. Where is our crutches? Crutches at hand. That's the one. Maybe I didn't actually type it in last time. More observant viewers will be able to tell me that. I'm sure I won't hear the end of it. Attach such nerd. That could be the one. End. Okay, there's a lot, unfortunately. Well, we know that it's got an N in it, so it's probably going to be and something. Is there any here with and? Maybe just try that, just see if we can include the word and in it. Limit our options a bit. That's the thing with these anagram generators, you will get so many combinations depending on how many letters you're searching. Free tip right here. Truth, no, that word ends with a H. 6-letter thatch. Thatch and curse? No. That one's an S-A-E. Oh, come on, this is silly. Oh, church and state. Prayer, of course. Yes, it all makes sense now. I'm starting to see the theme of this one. And that's going to give us a big head start. Oh, I should be timing myself. Hey, see how I go with this. So I reckon I started, I think, around 7:15. So I've taken about 35 minutes. Let's see if we can get it done in 40. Will be pushing it, but you never know. This one looks like we've got quite a lot of letters here. Song about old horse and wine tax. It is looking like it's going to be an A. Is there a song? Tax? Nags. Interesting. I could look it up in the other one. We've got T space nag space. Oh my gosh. Where are we? But I'm not sure if that's going to work. Oh, crying out loud. Because it could be a song name that's just a random place, or who knows. But we'll try. Doesn't look likely. Maybe it's not nag. It could be GG or something for horse. Plus, we've got a lot of O's that we need in there as well. Tonnage. Tax, tonnage. Nag, E. Where would the other N come from, though? Yeah, it seems unlikely. Tonnage. Song about. Or tonnage with a U. Old wine tax. Maybe, yeah, it was done by tonnage or something. It kind of fits so well, I think it has to be right. So we've got a tune, which is a song about old horse is a nag. And so also that's your cryptic definition. And here's the normal definition, an old wine tax, which I'm guessing is tonnage. Cool. Bare relative brandishing hot stuff. Just realized how weird that surface is. Yeah, so bear could mean it's probably uncle, I guess. Bare can mean taking off the outside, taking off the clothes. So it could be the inside of a word. Or here, maybe, is it going to be unclothed somehow? Oh yeah, uncle brandishing hot stuff. Oh yeah, makes sense. Not sure I love stuff. So stuff is saying mix up the letters of hot, but does stuff really mean mix something up? I guess if you stuff something up, you mess it up. So it's not too far off. But yeah, what's happening here is you've got uncle, which is your relative, brandishing, which means having inside, holding is a better way, hot stuff. So mixing up the letters of hot to make OTH, and the whole thing means bare, which is to expose, to unclothe. First bit of socialization, 7 can turn. Do I have 7? I do. Church can turn. I feel like maybe scroll. Oh yes, because church can stand for C. I thought it was CH, but maybe just C. And it's certainly looking like that. It can also be CE for Church of England, but yeah, maybe just C on it on its own. So you've got first bit of socialization, means first letter of socialization is S. You've got C for church, and then can turn. Could be a roll. Oh, but what's the actual meaning? First bit of... I mean, it fits pretty well, but is a scroll part of socialization? I suppose. Communication, socialization. Yeah, I don't love it, but it does fit pretty well. 7 can turn. 7 can turn. Maybe not. Even the can is a bit strange. You can't really just put the word can in without it having some meaning here. It would just be 7 turn for roll. So I don't love that one. We might just see if we can confirm that with some other letters. It could be, and I guess I'll have to work harder to figure out why if it turns out to be the answer. Part of French Polynesia repeatedly choosing between 2 main plans. I'm guessing it's going to be a part of French Polynesia. Looks like it's one of those islands that perhaps has a repeating name, but I don't know French Polynesia that well. Or we've got repeatedly choosing, could be or, between 2 main plans. Paul. I feel like this would be really easy. Repeatedly choosing, I'm sure that's going to be or, between 2 main plans. And main can mean first letter. That's why I'm thinking plans is going to be a P. And then maybe because it's 2, it could be PL. But Paul, is that a place? That doesn't sound like a place. No offense if you're from Paul, and I didn't know. But yeah, it seems unusual to me. I'm gonna have to look up Aubrey. I think we're running out of wordplay ones I can solve just by wordplay. What do we got here? 25. This sounds familiar. Yeah, this weird one. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. I guess it could be just a cryptic definition or something you bring out but can break near end of term. I'm thinking something to do with time. They bring one out. Or yeah, it's wordplay and one out is taking out an A or an I. But they can break near end of term. And again, it's most likely ending with an M. There's nothing going around anything, so They can break near end of term. Not entirely sure. Oh, yeah, this one too. Oh, she skipped school could be just a truant, right? Ah, okay. I think this one might have a mistake, actually. So I think what he's tried to do here is he's taken tyrant. So an entrenched leader could be a tyrant. And then he's skipped university. Oh, tyrant. Tyrant is the maybe the definition. She skipped. Oh, yeah. So they do he or she to make it, politically correct. Fair enough. I guess in the past, all the clues are about he's. So he or she skipped school, is a truant, skipped university. So you take out the U, and then you use emergency finally. Yeah. Okay, it works. Okay, so you start off with truant. Then you're going to take out the U, and then if you just had those letters on a piece of paper, then if you added a Y, you could add the Y here to make an entrenched leader. I had that in mind at the start for some reason. I remember thinking tyrant or tyranny, and I just didn't pursue it just because it's so long, I suppose. Oh, I got yeah, when I saw skipped school, I thought that it was, as I said, getting rid of an S, but it was not. So that was not a bad mislead. They don't believe in attending robberies. Oh, atheists, is it? Oh, attending is AT. Okay, that's a new one to me. Guess that makes sense. So they don't believe, atheists. Attending is AT, and heists are robberies. I like that one. If AT is a proper definition, that's probably my favorite clue so far. That's quite well put together. Yes, well, this one, right? Method had changed whereby Maharaja rode an elephant. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, right. I was thinking intern or something maybe, but not sure how that really works. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. Or the whole thing means term and it's near end. So it's the end of the word near to make, oh, no, that doesn't work, I don't think, because then it would end with an R. It wouldn't have an R in the fifth position. Oh, I was wrong. Maybe it's Catherine. Aubrey Catherine. Oh, I suppose I'm going to have to explain the wordplay for that one when I do eventually get it. All 20 letters of that incredibly convoluted looking clue. But before that, oh yeah, right. So this could be scroll, and then we think, do we try this one? Oh, right. This is their other name. I mean, if it's a name, it's going to be O something, right? I can't think of anything else that's going to go before an apostrophe with one letter. So it's Aubrey O something. Probably Catherine. I think it's so. Yeah, so it pretty much has to be scroll. I mean, let's have a look, but I don't think there'll be much else that could fit there. I hope you're finding this as fun as I am. And I hope I'm explaining everything as I go. I guess you can see a couple of clues while I'm looking this stuff up. I'm sorry that you can't really see much more than that. You can, Google this Maharaja on an elephant if you're feeling up to it. Okay, so it could be a shawl. Is that? No, that's a wall on a fingerprint, isn't it? I wonder what that is. I think I've learned a new word. Oh, even a school. Oh, that'd be embarrassing if it's just a school. And I've just completely missed that because that'd be a pretty simple definition, you would think. But let's look up shawl for now. Ooh, that's not promising. Type of rock. Good to know. So many clues, well, so many words I find, so many obscure words relate to rocks. First bit of socialization. Could be school, I guess. 7 can turn. I guess this is something about prayer in schools and stuff. And I guess it could be CH then. Can turn though. Why is that O double L? But we've got no other letters. Well, yeah, surely this is going to be O something. First bit of socialization. 7 can turn. I mean, I guess you could mix up the letters of 7, but that's just too long. 7 can turn. Can turn means roll, maybe. Does C mean church? Scroll. First piece of socialization, 7 can turn. I am perplexed. Probably going to be doing that one last. And yeah, just sort of leaving it to simmer. In the meantime, should really probably look up this lady's name. Catherine, place your bets. Is it going to be Aubrey Catherine? So far, no. O'Donnell, not the one. Okay. All right. We might have to find this place in French Polynesia. Hoping it's an island. Yeah, I mean, it's Bora Bora. Okay. How is that working? Why is it B and A? Fits too well, though. That's got to be the one. 2 main plans. What? Is it a rhyme scheme? Is that what it means? Plans? Surely it's Bora Bora. I mean, that just fits so well. So, or I can see. So repeatedly choosing or between 2 main plans, which would be BA. A main plan is a BA. I mean, it's a degree, I guess. Yeah, I don't quite get that one. Between 2 main plans. And it is 2, so it's obviously just BA on its own. Oh, A and B? Plan A, Plan B? Is that how that works? Gee, that's a bit of a stretch. All right, fair enough. Yeah, we're getting closer to this lady. There's an A in it. Unfortunately, it's probably a name I haven't heard of before. Founder of 1018. Yeah, so something to do with the church, right? On American atheists. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's going to make it pretty easy. Probably should have had a look at that before. I was too much confidence in Catherine. Let's go. American atheist. Yes, founder, exactly. Madeline. Huh? Oh, good thing I checked. Oh my gosh, Aubrey was completely wrong. Yeah, so just because something fits doesn't mean that it's wrong. Doesn't mean that it's wrong, I guess, but also doesn't mean that it's right. So we've got, what was her name? Madeline Murray O'Hare. Is it going to be school? Is the whole thing going to be the definition? First bit of socialization, 7 can turn. Yeah, okay. So I guess the church can, yeah, change schools through RE, even though I hear it's getting less support. Yeah, so that kind of idea. School makes sense. But how does it actually work though? CH. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I like that. I like that actually. So can is toilet, or in this case loo, and then turn, you turn the word for loo, which word for can, which is loo, to make ul, to make school. I like that. I like that. I'll pay that. We've still got this annoying looking one here. Yeah, probably gonna have to look it up. And what have we got here? Oh wow, it's taken almost an hour. That's it's okay. So I didn't say that this was going to be a speed run. I'm trying to let you feel the process and savor the moment. What do we got? They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. Okay, this one's not going to be so fun. Whereby Maharaja rode an elephant. Well, let's just hope that the definition is Maharaja rode an elephant. It's just a name of an Maharaja who rode an elephant. Oh, I had to change. So method could be I guess it's a word for method with H. Or, no, I was going to say it could have the word had changed inside of it, but then it would need a word for inside. And had would be doing double duty there. So that's not a possibility. All right, well, let's find a Maharaja who rode an elephant. Howdah. Howdah on the elephants of the Maharaja, elephant with howdah, a howdah. This is Wikipedia. This should be making some sense when I first read it. I'm kind of curious though now. It's just skipping so many words, I can't make any sense of it. Is a carriage which is positioned on the back of an elephant, whereby, yep, so the way that a Maharaja. Oh, how? Okay. It's almost lit too. I guess it, except for had changed. So if it was just method whereby a Maharaja rode an elephant, then, although it had changed, so I guess that it, got modernized or whatever. So yeah, I guess it's lit. Lit means the whole clue is also the definition. So it's kind of impressive. And yeah, it makes sense. It's not bad. So how method is how, and had changed, mix up the letters of had, and then the definition is whereby Maharaja rode an elephant, or how Maharaja rode an elephant, or in fact, basically the whole thing. Oh, it's got a W at the start. Okay. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. I think I'm just gonna cheat on this one. Let's see what we got. That's the thing with internet now. You can do so many things that probably when people first solved cryptic crosswords, there wouldn't have been so many resources. So everyone's dumb these days. All right. Yeah, well, that's what I thought. Watery or waters, that's pretty much all that fits. And neither of them are end of term. So quite interesting, this one. Not sure what's going on here, which is always fun. Oh, it could be the near end and then of term. Oh, this is actually very, unless it is some obscure word which refers to some religious ritual or something. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. They bring one out. I mean, I can see wary. They can break someone nervous. I don't think so. Near end of term. How would that even match a definition there? Waters bring one out. Oh, the water breaks at the end of term, like the tide or something. Okay, I guess. Then how's they bring working? They bring one out. But they can break near end of term. I'm also seeing war. War can break. I mean, a lot of things can break, let's be honest. Like my patience at the moment. We've got war, but end of term should be M, or that's the definition. But how is they bring one out going to make waters? It's only one end, so we haven't got like a bunch of last letters there. They bring one out. Oh, goodness. This is a puzzling one. Should we check tonnage? Not that I'm totally stalling on solving what this is. Not a great sign. That's with an O though. Yep, a tax imposed on the ships. Not necessarily about wine, but I guess it includes wine. Displays of tonnage, that's very good. Oh, that's Urban Dictionary. Oh, yeah, upon all imported wines. There you go. Old word, Nick. Hey, maybe that can be my my crossword name. That sounds very cool. Anyway, enough stalling. They bring one out. Oh, they bring waiters one out. Okay. Oh, all right. So they bring waiters. There's just a lot of vague definitions here, so I just don't love it. And then the whole thing doesn't even really mean anything. They bring one out, but they can break near end of term. They bring what? They break what? It's okay to have a misleading surface, but you do actually want it to say something. That's a problem I've had in the past too, especially when I try to use two words to mean two different things. It just becomes vague, and then yeah, you trick them, but there's no alternative. It's just, here's a riddle. It doesn't make any sense, but see if you can work out what it's supposed to mean, which is fine. You can do that, I suppose. Anyway, they bring waiters, one out. We're taking out I to make waters, but they can break near the end of term. End of term, I mean, even that, I guess if you wrote tide, it would be very obvious what you're talking about. But who talks about water in terms of terms? Anyway, we got there. Were there any other questions we had about this one? I think it all followed pretty well. Oh, this David one, we kind of did it, and then we should work backwards to see how it actually worked. Who planned 23 of 11? Oh, kidnap of 11 is O'Hare. And 22, Ardent, in pursuit of deceased. Oh, Ardent. Okay, yeah. I thought this was how it was going to work. So Ardent is avid. In pursuit of. In pursuit of seems like it can mean either. So basically following. So following could be technically before or after, I suppose. But yeah, in pursuit of deceased. Deceased is dead is D for dead. Maybe the abbreviation works for deceased as well. I haven't seen that one. But wow. Kidnap of O'Hare. Was there a David who kidnapped someone O'Hare? So 25. Oh yeah, we missed 25. Oh, Waters. Wow. Waters who planned. Are you kidding me? This is a weird phrase. Waters. Oh, it's David Waters. Gotcha. Okay, I'll pay that if that checks out. David. Also an American atheist, but he wanted to kidnap her. I mean, it's kidnap, right? It has to be kidnap. Okay. Convicted felon and former employee was convicted of, oh, not only kidnapping, my goodness, murdering, as it turns out. Well, there you go. That's, yeah. Trivia, apparently. Cool. I'm happy with the rest of this. I think it's time to submit and see how we did. Was there anything else that didn't make sense? Yeah, this is me. I always have to. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we got to break down this 17 across. Yeah, I think I just put a timestamp at this point on the final verdict. I mean, I guess I'm building up the suspense, but I'm not really intending to. If you want to find out if I got it right, just skip ahead. I'm just curious about this 17 across. Maybe we can learn something in the process. Oh, okay, so mad. So crazy is going to be mad. Lady held by fellow and murdered. But neither half of deed easier. Oh my gosh. Okay, both easier when, okay. So the last part's fairly straightforward. That's not a bad find, actually, if the whole thing wasn't so ridiculously long. Both easier. And then we've got when odd bits skipped. So we're getting the even letters of both easier. O-H-A-I-R is O'Hare. And then we just have to work out Madeline and Murray. But neither half of deed. I guess, yeah, neither half of means. Because what I'm thinking is you've got Mer here. And then somehow Ray is going to come up somewhere. What about this lady? Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is going to be lady, right? So lady, crazy lady is going to be, oh yeah. So crazy lady is D-A-L-Y. And that's held by fellow man. Oh yeah, okay, I'm seeing it now. And then murdered. Where's Ray going to come from though? Half of deed, easy. E-D-A-Y. Huh? That's not right. Okay, I think he's tried to do the same use the same indicator for two different pieces of wordplay, and I don't think it works, but let's have a look. So neither half of deed. So we've got and murdered. Crazy lady held by fellow is Madeline. And murdered. And is just and, so you know, and here's the next part of the wordplay. Murdered, but neither half of deed. So I guess you could take out deed. You've got mur. And then of deed, and then easy. And here you've got neither half of easy as well. But I don't think so. I think he's tried to be too tricky here, because if you say neither half, then you're going to either say neither half of each of these. So you could have, oh, maybe it could refer to both. Neither half of deed easy. Neither half of deed easy. Neither half of deed. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think, yeah, so apparently it's supposed to mean that you take out both halves of deed out of murdered, and you only take one half of easy. So then you'd get AY to make the final AY in Murray. It's dubious. I'm not a fan. And then when odd bit skipped, I mean, it's obviously wordplay. It doesn't really mean anything, I don't think, in any kind of actual sense. But anyway, it's a massive word, so fair enough. I take 10 words to clue a word with 8 letters, so mine would be probably 3 times as long. Point is, we're done. So we can... I don't know if this check thing works, but we'll try it. Did it work? And that's why usually what I'll do is just clear everything and just check it that way. Goodbye. And then reveal all. Yes. And it's all looking pretty much exactly the same. Yep, I'm not seeing any differences. Cool. Well, there you go. If nothing else, we've done that successfully. And so, yeah, I'll call it here. Great job if you were following along and could help out with clues and everything like that. And thanks for watching till the end. And whoops, trying to stop recording, not stop the video. I'm back.